An Affectionate Touching Guide. Chapter 1. A Love Touch Guide. The Power of Touch. 1. Touch is spiritual aesthetic loving. It's everywhere in all your contacts with people or animals. They feel you even if you're 10 feet away from them. It's in your stance, talk, tone of voice, facial expression, your vibe. The spectrum goes from gentle, kind, loving, and nice to neutral and indifferent to hate and aggression. Animals know it. So do people, even though almost no one admits to it because it seems kinda new age flaky to say you feel the aura of other people, but it's a built-in judgment system within ourselves. Physical touch feels good by both releasing endorphins in the body and as a spiritual aesthetic thing. Most of the brain is dedicated to the sensations of physical touch. The skin, as the largest organ of the human body, is a big erotic zone. Genital touching is fine, but the body can be stimulated out on the skin. A man with the ability to massage a woman is considered a great lover by virtually all women. Women want a slow, soft touch, aka an easy touch. Women want non-sexual, intimate touching all day long as you walk past or are close by. For great lovers, touch is a part of the total sexual experience. Sex is not just intercourse. It's touch too. Exploring your partner's entire body is erotic lovemaking. Try touching, caressing, and licking your partner's earlobes, their neck, inner thighs, the elbows, the feet, the skin, the soft area behind their ears, the palms of their hands, etc. Kiss gently. Suck fingers and toes. If you find a spot your mate likes, come back time and time again. Try touching, rubbing, lightly scratching, lightly pinching, tickling and kissing. Touch with love. Use zigzag, circular motions and make the letters of the alphabet with your tongue and fingers. Women's skin nerves are generally more sensitive to touch than men's are. The power of touch. 2. Touch people by using the following tips. Use a blindfold on the massaged person. Have open body language. Smile. Act tender. Talk softly and gently. Be kind. Touch people and pets physically. Kiss. Hug. Do something to help the object of your affection. Cooking food for someone you love is a great sign of affection. Massage. Erotic dance or body movements. Say nice, kind, loving things. Express yourself from your heart and soul to feed your own spirit and pass it on to others. Ask your lover what he likes and do it for him. Show your beauty and goodness. Get love by showing others how to be loving. Seduction is flirting. Be flirty with your lover. Talk softly, seductively, erotically. Paint erotic pictures with your romance talk. Stimulate all your senses and your lover's senses too. Put flowers and plants in the house. Go outdoors in nature, especially in the water. You might want to decorate your house with colors and things you like for the erotic effect. Open your windows to let fresh air in. Foreplay, sex, and non-sexual touching are all good in little bits throughout the day in between your regular activities. The best way to be loving and sexy enough to touch someone in a holistic way is to open yourself up and let go. Try to avoid stress and negative thoughts. The more inspired you are and the more self-respect you have based on what you do, the more love and power you have inside of you. Let your light shine. Be forgiving. Be a good listener. Make eye contact. Speak with emotion. Be good-humored and good-natured. Be intuitive and make the other person feel safe in being open with you. Give compliments. Do romantic things. Use incense, perfumes, and scents. Be generous. Give gifts. Hold hands. Stay clean. Have fresh breath. Have sex and romance in different places. Give your lover space. Accept him or her for who they are. Live a relaxed lifestyle. When you love life, you become a great lover. The power of physical affection in keeping love strong. Scientists studying couples concluded that if they have all kinds of problems like differences in parenting styles, financial stress, poor health, etc., they can stay in love through it all by being physically affectionate to each other. Bonding behaviors release oxytocin and other hormones that strengthen love and relationship harmony. Touch intimacy websites / caressing websites. Oralcaress.com. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/caress. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/physical_intimacy. psychology.wikia.com/wiki/physical_intimacy. AskDiononJennifer.com. Erotic-massage-guide.com. Erotictimes.com. Intimacyretreats.com. journeyofintimacy.com. libchrist.com/phoenix/roomoflove.html. lifescript.com/soul/self/well-being/the_physical_language_of_love.aspx. romanceopedia.com. sacreddesire.com. sxsnatureintendedit.com. tantarepm.com. taubook.com. thefalelwiki.org/physical_intimacy. wikihow.com/improve-physical-intimacy. Chapter 2. An Affection Guide. Affection, non-sexual touching. Enjoy affection between each other, the need to be held, caressed, and touched. Many people, especially women, want affection, physical fondling and closeness more than they want sex, but will have sex just to get this feeling of intimacy. Affection is more important than sex to a lot of people. Most people want to touch and be touched. Most us want to hug and hugged several times a day. It's alright to make non-sexual contact just for the intimacy. You should have non-sexual hugs and touches just for the pleasant feelings and intimacy it gives you. Men seem to equate skin-to-skin contact with sex. It seems that boys are brought up to touch less than women, and then somewhere along the way, touch becomes associated with sex, not with intimacy for its own sake. Everything in the dating game of youth seems to be equated to the guy scoring the touchdown. All the romance, holding hands, and kissing boils down to having sex. Our capitalist, pop culture society seems to connect touching with sex, not as an end in itself done just because you love the person and it's good for the both of you. This is the big mental block in our Anglo societies. Some European societies seem to be more touchy-feely, like the Greeks and the Italians. You don't have to go all soppy, but find a middle ground and express yourself more to your lover. Instead of thinking that if the girl reacts positively to your touches that she must want sex, just touch her because you love her and let it go at that. The sex will come later. Hug and kiss throughout the day to express your love for each other. Besides, it feels good. Guys generally always interpret kissing and hugging as an invitation to sex, while the girl just wants to snuggle. As a result of these mixed messages, girls turn off and try to avoid affection because they know the guy will want sex out of the deal. Try to separate the two. Hug and kiss just for affection, but when you want sex, add a bit of friskiness to it. Many people feel they are not affectionate. Be patient in teaching this person to be affectionate through loving actions. Learn to enjoy affection through the loving, patient practice of non-sexual physical touching. Transfer love through your fingertips. Virtually the entire human body is sensitive to touch and reacts warmly by feeling good, which triggers the release of endorphins to make a person feel good. Use the fingers to massage and caress all parts of your lover's body. Explore every part of the body with touch. Trace your lover's face lovingly with your fingers. Affection is good as a demonstration of non-sexual love at any time of the day and as foreplay before lovemaking. Affection is an expression of tenderness, and this is what women want men to be. If you walk past your man, regardless of whether he's sitting or standing up, just about anywhere, even out in public, run your hand gently across his body, like if you're watching TV and you get up, put her hand out and rub it across his chest or even further down into the X zone as you go past. I like to lay around with someone I love laying on top of me, her head on my chest with me, maybe patting her back or her hair or just embracing her. We might be talking or we might just lay like that for a while. Another one is us laying on our sides embracing with her head resting up over my head into my shoulder. We just lay there for a while and half fall asleep. I like to be close, skin touching skin, like sitting together watching TV, maybe laying with each other. Hugging is another dimension of lovemaking, and it can bring a lot of passion into any relationship. Two great lovers live in this touchy, huggy state all the time. It's like they're always playing and teasing each other, always on the verge of pouncing on each other to make mad, passionate love. Affection ideas from wikihow.com/be-more-affectionate. People want a warm connection with each other the same way they connect with their pets. Affection is a physical expression of feelings associated with love and long-term relationships. Affection feels good and lowers stress. Increase affection with touch. Some people are uncomfortable with touch because of personality, family history, intimacy issues, or trauma. Some people have fears regarding intimacy and connecting physically with another person. Talk to your partner and let them know that you are uncomfortable and why. Ask him or her to be patient. Make showing physical affection a habit. Hold your partner's hand, touch their shoulder or give them a hug as often as possible. Cuddle with kids and spouses regularly. TV watching time can be combined with cuddling. Hold hands while walking together. Having contact can release oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, which lowers blood pressure. Physical touch activates the orbitofrontal cortex in the brain, which contributes to rewarding feelings. Some ways to show affection include kissing, back rubs, massages, caressing, cuddling, holding, hugging, holding hands. Give playful nudges. Find humor with your partner. Do a gentle squeeze, shoulder or knee nudge, playful slap, knuckle nudge or soft push. You can wrap your legs and feet together, play footsie under the table, put your feet in your partner's lap or vice versa. Try a massage. Give verbal affirmations such as saying I love you or I care about you. Pick up the phone to check in. Send loving emails and text messages. Use Skype and FaceTime so you can make eye contact. Compliment. Give truthful compliments. Give light kisses. Nickname your partner or children with loving names. Say thank you. Look someone in the eyes and express your appreciation in a few sentences. Return affection. Return hugs saying I love you, kissing someone on the cheek or high-fiving. Make eye contact. Simply talk every day. Walk side by side. Get a pet that you can play with together. Give your spouse a kiss goodbye or hello kiss. Be nice and helpful. Tell your lover that expressing affection is an essential part of a romantic relationship. Tell her how not getting affection in your relationship makes you feel unwanted, unloved, etc. If she doesn't seem to care, or is simply someone who doesn't like sharing affection in general, then consider whether this is the right relationship for you. A good relationship is one where people express love. Talk daily with your partner. Affection websites. Go on a search engine, type in loving affection, then do an image search. psychology-today.com/blog/affectionate-7-reasons-be-more-physically-affectionate. mademan.com/mm/how-get-over-fear-physical-intimacy.html. drbenkim.com/articles-healing-touch.html. greatergood.berkeley.edu/articles/items/hands_on_research. psychology-today.com/blog/fulfillment-any-age/2014001/7-types-physical-affection-in-relationships. simplemarriage.net/5-ways-to-show-your-husband-more-affection. ehow.com, how to be affectionate. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/haptic_communication, touches can be classified as affectionate and aggressive. eznarticles.com, healthy marriage, Spouses affectionate touch. helpguide.org/mental/improve_relationships.htm. flowinglove.com. sheknows.com/love-and-sex/articles/1686/how-to-be-affectionate. wikihow.com/get-more-intimate-without-having-sex. Chapter 3. A Hugging Guide. The Art of Hugging. When you hug, be the last to let go. Hugging is related to touch, which is related to affection, which is the number one factor that all women seek in romance, affection followed closely by something called huggability. Ever watch a little girl hug her teddy bear? That's how she wants to hug you. She wants you to be her huggy bear. Kisses are fine, but I think the art of touch can send lightning bolts and chills through your body. When two people are standing face to face holding each other tightly, this is as close to close as you will ever get to any other human being on this planet in this lifetime. It's not like sex, it seems more sacred because you're not going for the orgasm, you're just going for the feeling of the intimacy of that moment. Close, intimate hugs are two people standing in each other's arms, holding real tight such that it does something to you. It's closer than straight sex. The way to keep a romance alive is to keep a ritual of a morning hug and a hug every day when you meet after work. Look deeply into her eyes before you do it. Just hug her like she's never been hugged before, real tight, and hold on for at least 30 seconds while tenderly caressing her back up and down, then sway with her a little like you're dancing, then stroke her hair softly, turn and kiss her on the side of the face, then smile at her, then give her a deep kiss. Romantic seduction is all about slow contact, which is all about hugging. You can be creative with your hugging and touching. There are light hugs and long deep hugs. Play it by ear. Read your partner to see what she wants. Try a back hug. If he's standing somewhere like over the stove, walk behind him like you're going for the sink, then turn into his back, push your breasts into it, then grab him around the front. It will send some kind of intense, magical quiver through my body. A great way to hug is to buy a motorbike, then your babe will have to squeeze her tits up against your back when you go for a cruise. Them soft things feel really good back there. Hugging websites. There's a book called The Art of Hugging by William Kane. hugginglife.com. fortenderheart.com/hugs.html. 123greetings.com/events/hugging_day. coping.org/parenting/6hugging.htm. feelingfree.net/com/hugging.htm. photo.com/photos-images/hugging.html. gagirl.com/hug/hug.html. griefrelief.org/?subpages/huggingpass.shtml. hugginghands.org. hugkiss.com. humaniversity.nl/hugging.htm. huggingmattress.com. kissing.com/hug.html. nationalhuggingday.com. needies.com, big stuffed animals that need to be hugged. spiritteaching.com/hugging.html. wisdomiswithin.com/hugging.html. Holding hands info. There is holding hands casually as you walk through a park or a field. Sometimes people walk through a mall or somewhere as though they are in a wedding procession, the girl loosely wrapping her arm around his, their arms from elbow to hand parallel with the floor. The most intimate way to hold hands is very rare. I hardly ever see people do this. The guy's elbow to hand is perpendicular to the floor, straight up. They are clasping hands and their bodies are close as they walk or browse around at a store. When do you clasp your girl's hand? When is it appropriate and convenient to walk hand in hand with the one you love? In the rain, like the Neil Sedaka song? Holding hands is a social thing. You're telling your girl you like her and telling the world you're together. Hold hands with your sweetheart across the table at a restaurant. psychcentral.com/blog/archive/2006/10/06/couples-holding-hands. wikihow.com/hold-hands, How to hold hands, 10 steps, with pictures. carlosvalencia.wordpress.com, hold hands, and fight. ehow.com, how to hold hands. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/holding_hands. photobucket.com/images/couples holding hands. romanceforeveryone.com/romantic-ideas/hold-hands.html. wikihow.com/ask-your-girlfriend-to-hold-hands. wikihow.com/hold-hands. wikihow.com/hold-hands, how to hold hands, 10 steps, with pictures. Chapter 4. Sensate Focus Therapy. Sensate Focus Therapy 1. Focus on a caring relationship before you focus on sex. Sensate Focus Therapy is just like the Taoist view of sex. Focus on sensuality over sexuality. Think of spiritual sex. Above all, release yourself from the burden of the orgasm and whatever you may do intimately as a couple, letting it happen in the moment naturally with no pressure for either person to try to reach an orgasm. The current chic term besides sensate focus therapy is outer course, which means to focus on everything except intercourse to try to arouse each other. Then after you're both sufficiently aroused through outer course, you can move on to intercourse. Sensate focus therapy is a method to try to get a couple who have been stagnant sexually to get some of the spark back slowly over time by working up to it. Over a period of a month or two, they will start with simple touching and kissing, go to massage, oral sex, etc., and eventually work up to full-blown sexual intercourse. A good position to start is to have guy lay on his back slightly bent up into a half-sitting position on the backboard of the bed. The girl lays into him on top of him on her back too, cradled into him. They're now touching, he can touch and massage her front, they can talk and lay there cuddling, enjoying each other's company. Engaging in touching without pressure to perform reduces performance anxiety, relaxes the couple and helps get them away from judging each other as lovers. Concentrate on the sensual feel of the moment rather than evaluating yourselves and each other as lovers. Each session should take at least a half an hour. You should take turns being the masseuse, the one doing most of the massaging. The basic tenets of sensate focus therapy which you should work up to over a month or two are: get a medical evaluation to see how much of your problem is physical, if any. If taking medications, check to see if the side effects include a lower sex drive. Get rid of all past animosity to start fresh. Become friends all over again. Talk to each other, communicate clearly about sex and non-sexual matters. Don't force anything. Invite your partner to enjoy the moment with you. Don't think of a quick, high-intensity full boil. Think rather of a long sustained simmer. Touch each other sensuously anywhere but the genitals. Mix slow touching, easy cuddling, and the fantasies in your mind to make yourself feel sexy over time, not just in one shot. Keep doing this daily to get the vibe back. Take turns massaging each other. Maybe take a massage course together. Incorporate other romantic elements into the mood like candles, aromatherapy, satin sheets, walks together, talking, etc. Kiss on the lips lightly. Gradually move into touching the erotic zones and the genitals without worrying about intercourse or orgasm. Move into hand jobs on each other. Move into oral sex. Add sensual intercourse when you feel you're ready for it. Let the woman lead and go on top sometimes. Be sensitive to each other. Lighten up. Sex is meant to be mutually enjoyed. Accept your bodies for what they are and still enjoy sex regardless. Sexual relations is the art of finesse. Compromise with your partner. If you don't particularly want to do a certain activity, reject it, not the lover. Don't approach sex as the old mechanical by the numbers routine. If you're not in the mood when your partner wants it, don't reject them, reject the time. Tell them you might feel better later. In order to be sexy, think sexy in your mind all the time. Become aware of your body. Try to exercise it. Masturbate by yourself in order to stay sexy. Think sexy thoughts all the time. Transfer this sexiness to making love with your partner. Use sex toys both by yourself and with your partner to try to reach orgasm. If you have kids, you have to get them out of the house or escape together to a romantic date or getaway in order to keep the sex alive. Stay connected to sex by reading books, educating yourself and watching sex on TV and in videos. Either both of you try to beautify your bodies through diet and exercise, accept each other as is and try to have passion that way, continue on in a sexless marriage or split apart and look for someone who rocks your world. Sensate Focus Therapy 2. Sensate Focus Therapy is a type of sex therapy that assumes that two lovers who have lost that sexy feeling towards each other can get it back by starting slowly and romantically with love, moving up to intercourse sex through a number of slow stages. While I applaud the modern-day psychobablists for borrowing an ancient Taoist concept of non-intercourse-centered sex, I'm much too primal to believe that all the millions of middle-aged couples out there who might have been pretty, young and frisky at one time can get it back now through this method. Sex is much more primal than that. It doesn't matter how great the sex was 10 years ago. If you're now too stressed out, chubby people living uninspired, generic lives, it's not just a matter of going to therapy and doing some technique to get it back. The one little deception nobody tells you about when you get married is that your partner will age and you won't be physically attracted to him or her anymore. In some cases, all the sensate focus therapy in the world won't revive a dying sex or love life. You can't revive something that has died forever. If you're no longer physically attracted to your partner sexually, sensate focus therapy can't overcome that. So if you've lost that primal attraction, don't try to get it back through these artificial means. Think of sensate focus therapy as getting in tune to your own sexuality, then passing it off to your spouse. You learn about your own sex organs, exercise them a little, learn about your partner's sexuality, then together, slowly try to reignite the flames of passion little by little. Be loving. Focus on pleasure without intercourse for at least 6 weeks as you gradually try to love, feel, and be romantic with each other. Take your time. Relax. Don't focus on the orgasm. Stop rushing. Explore your partner's body and soul. Focus on touch and massage. Focus on the moment only. Empty your mind of everything else. Don't put any pressure on your partner or you to perform. Just let it go where it may. Set a romantic setting. Try to love each other, be pleasant, and try to please each other through touch and romance alone. Take turns massaging and caressing each other. After a few days of non-genital touch, move to caressing each other's genitals. Take turns being the passive and active partner. When you're the passive one, relax and let your lover please you. Take a massage course together if you want. After several sessions of this, move into caressing each other's genitals. After several sessions, try hand and lick jobs to get each other off, then move into intercourse a few sessions later. Always remember that ejaculation is not the goal until the very end. Focus on reconnecting with each other intimately. Also do these sensate focus exercises alone. You're massaging yourself, touching yourself, and masturbating. It's all good. It will make you a better lover. The emphasis is on sensual intimacy, not sex. Don't feel self-conscious. It's normal and natural. Let yourself go. Enjoy it. Use sex toys if you want. Once you begin intercourse, you don't have to come the first time out. Thrust for as long as it's comfortable, then give it up until the next time. Work together at building up the intensity until you eventually reach orgasm.